I don't have time. And in closing, I don't have time to entertain. Shut up.
My character. So all this old trying to call me a predator or a predator,
Yes.
or whatever you call
Yes.
that shit, a pervert, or
Yes.
and dough home. This out the dough.
Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. This is a Celebrity Crime and Hot Topics channel. Thanks for watching. Special shout out to all my members. Thanks for being a part of the exclusive foodie community. You're getting early access to content and exclusive content. Check out the link in the description box to join.
In this visit from April 22nd, 2024, Nesto pleads his case to Sonya and, in my opinion, to YouTube. He talks about the alleged victims and his charges. He also says he received a letter concerning his divorce. Take a listen.
Girl, goodbye. You said you dang on Lysol wipes. How many visits did she have when she did not have them wipes? Girl, stop. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got time to eat my snack.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Got somebody next to me. What's up, Afro?
Yeah, it's out there. It's gonna stay out there until I get ready to get up out of here. Yeah.
No, you can't go to court. You can't go to court looking a hot mess.
Oh, I look a hot mess?
Yeah.
Nesto don't commit to nothing. He cut that hair. He shaved that beard. He broke his fast. That's why he's still locked up.
I know, but you still can. There's ways of.
Well, I can't tell how they treat me out there. Last time I went to court, and folks thawed me out again. But guess what? I could have waived it, but I didn't want to waive it because I wanted to hear what was going on.
Well, yeah, you needed to. You didn't, right? You didn't need to waive it.
Yeah, I need to see what's going on. And on top of that, it didn't make no sense for me. Okay, they charged me 16 months ago for the same charge. 16 months now. Okay, so they had 16 months to indict me. Okay, they did. All right, then they turned around and kept playing with the bond. All right, the bond is $700,000. Okay, then it started out the way all that time. Every time I get ready to go to a bond hearing, they always come up with some kind of game plan to keep me in here longer and longer and longer. Okay.
That's the plea game.
Yeah, okay.
That make you want to plea out because you've been sitting for so long because they don't have no case.
Okay. Then turn around, say they dropped the case. The case was never ever dropped. Period. Okay.
Sonya looked like Lisa Simpson's long lost cousin in this visit. So we get to hear how Nesto thinks he's being jacked around. But like I said, I put in my members. Infamous Sylvia is on her channel talking about Nesto is getting a deal. They're going to drop Nesto. Y'all know they already dropped the CP charges. She said they're going to drop the grape and the assault charges or sodomy charges, whatever charges, whatever X crimes he has been accused of. And that he's going to be home soon. So here we get to see, from Nesto's perspective, how the prosecution or how the state has basically, I can't say the D word, but cocked him around, since 2022. And of course, this is right after, or is it right before, right after? Hold on. Yeah, this is, I guess, right before the indictment. I think his indictment was 425. All right.
just did that for the courts and can try to confuse the courts and say, hey, yeah, we're gonna non-process. Then I go back to court. Oh no,
Non-process.
it was an error. Now you go back and look at the system. The system said that my bond was $2,030,000. Okay, then they turn around and dropped from $2,030,000 to $1,062,000. Okay, then they turn around and say, okay, we're gonna rearrest them. Rearrest them, charged with the same charge, change the date. That's all they did. Then turn around, go to the probable cause hearing, and sit up there and told that fat ass lie, talking about I was sitting around with my 14-year-old daughter. Okay, first of all, I don't have a 14-year-old daughter. All my kids are super grown. All right, grown. I didn't even have in 2022. I didn't even have no granddaughter at 14 years old. That was a lie. My estranged wife know that for a fact because she know my family history. And second of all, I ain't never had time to sit down with no kid, really 5 minutes. So everybody.
Nesto, how in the heck do people know how much time you have to sit down with anybody? Now, that was the dumbest thing he said.
Know that about me that's close to me. All right, second of all, hold on. I hope you got your glasses. Did you got your glasses on?
Did you got your
Yeah,
glasses?
bring your glasses.
What am I reading over here?
You need to put your glasses on because you need to put your glasses on because I need to show you something.
Why you brought him in?
You gonna make me read?
Hold on. I'm gonna show you. It don't make no sense to me. Okay. Then they lied 2 times in the courtroom when I went to court in 2023, January 31st, for a bond hearing with my other lawyer. At the time, the other DA, he lied and on oath. I got a specialist here that can tell you, can confirm that these are those charges for. And I was a bond here. Those are pornography charges, and it was accurate, and it was there was over 30 images. Okay. Second of all, that wasn't even the same people. The man said it was GBI. That's what they said. It was GBI. Okay, it's on the transcript. I ain't got to lie. All right, then this new lady come out. Oh, I did my investigation. It took you 6 months to arrest me. You never took my question about me. You never asked me, hey, is this your stuff? This you? No, you did all that. You did all that to keep me in jail again. Then turn around. Can you hear me? Okay. Then turn around and say, yeah, all the questions that my lawyer asked, they was accurate. Okay. Did she need to sit there and try to debate on it? No, because they at 99% of Fulton County, when it comes down to a probable cause here, you're not finna get free. You're gonna get bounded over. That's the way the shit's set up. And the only way you're gonna beat it is if you see all the police, you go back and rewind the film, you see the police standing on the stand. Those are the witnesses for the state to keep you in here to bind you over for a grand jury. Okay, I waived my last hearing for that. That was back in May of last year. Okay, because my lawyer said you're not gonna win anyway with that because it's only a private crime and it's set up for them. He was absolutely right. All right, so I'm satisfied with all the question was asked. I didn't need to debate then because I knew it wasn't gonna work anyway. All right, but they come up with 2 bona fide supposed to be witnesses. All right, then they turn around. She said, the question was, did you arrest him July 6th? Yes, I did. Okay, but go back and look at your paperwork again. Okay, even yourself or anybody else, then go back and look at the paperwork. All right, let me switch hands.
Okay, come on, Nesto. Switch hands. Bring it out. So is he talking about the arrest date is wrong? So everything, he's innocent because the arrest date is wrong?
I'll go back to this right here. Every time.
They could have amended that warrant. They didn't have to start anew. If they had a typo, they should have just amended it. But what they tried to do was reset the clock because when they that CP charge, there is nothing they have to further investigate. It's cut and dry. Here's the laptop. Here's what's on it. Let's go to trial. Let's go to court. That should have been done in February after you was arrested in January. They could have indicted that February, and you could have went to court and been done with that. They're playing a game with that because each one of your cases are separate. They're not together. One has nothing to do with the other, so there's no reason for them to sit there and act like they need all of this to be considered one. You got different dates, different situations.
Yeah, okay, and I absolutely, but they stagnated. People who don't understand the law, like, oh well, he did it, he this and that. I don't care nothing about them say here people, because they're not in here. I've been in here 2 years, but they stagnated. People who don't understand the law, like, oh well, he did it, he this and that. I don't care nothing about them say here people, because they're not in here. I've been in here 2 years. I done studied everything about my cases, everything, so I know the ins and outs. And I'm in here with people who have similar things or worse. So I understand the system. The system is for you to cop out. I don't have nothing to cop out. I'm not going to be a registered sex offender for the rest of my life for something I didn't do. Okay, so let me give you another example. So they turn around.
Okay, so we're going to get another example. Okay. And he's talking about not copping to nothing. But Sylvia just said he's going to get a deal.
And every time you go to court, now check it out. Now this is from the beginning. This is before I had either one of these charges, these capital charges. Stay away from Sheridan. Stay away from Sheridan. Okay, this is before I even had these charges. Now this was way back in 2022 October. Right before they put that damn article that said I was stealing millions. Who was stealing millions from? Right. All that was a lie.
They said $1 million. And last time I checked, $750,000 rounds up to $1 million. You put the S on the end. They didn't.
Okay, they started with that. So then it's like, oh, just stay away from her. Stay away from her. What I'm saying from her? Come on now, I ain't did nothing to her. Then
Nesto, you should know this by now because you put her name on a lease.
Outside, they take me back and forth to court, talking, oh, you got another charge. The charge is that you and your co-defendant, y'all put a lease in her name. What the fuck am I put something in her name? I know her situation. You know what I'm saying? A grown person ain't gonna put somebody who, when you just getting their credit started at 20-something years old, can afford a $1 million house.
Really, Nesto?
House payment. That makes no sense.
Really, Nesto? Really, Nesto? A person with clear credit, you wouldn't do that? Parents been doing that for centuries.
Makes no sense. Okay. Right. Then on top of that, so they've been going with that. Every time I go, stay away from her, stay away. What I'm staying away from? Oh, she called out. No, she ain't called out and told y'all shit. That's some snuff game to keep me up under the wrap and keep my name and her name on some bullshit. Let me show you why. I don't know if you can see this or not.
Stay in front of the camera.
Nesto's on fire.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Look at that middle picture. Can you see that? All right.
You and the granddaughter.
Okay, absolutely.
That's Sheridan's daughter.
Absolutely.
Sheridan's daughter.
Absolutely.
Right.
So why would I be with this girl here? I've been with that little girl since she was 8 hours old. I'm the first man to hold that baby. I'm the first baby.
Where Nesto get that print out from? Where he get that from? I know that's from his page, but where he get that from?
First one to hold that baby for almost 9 years. If she thought I was a fucking pedophile, you think she gonna have me around her motherfucking kids? Fuck no, she
exactly.
Come on, hold on.
Exactly.
I ain't even finished with the shit. Okay, now they say, oh, well, he might have had a 14-year-old daughter. My granddaughter finna be
granddaughter 20, right? 21.
Hold on. Let me break it down. This me at her graduation. Niggas ain't doing
right
that
before you went to jail. Right before you went to jail.
Hold on. Let me show you.
Granddaughter 20.
What people not doing no more, Nesto? What are people not doing anymore?
Right, 21.
Hold on. Let me break it down. This me at her graduation. Niggas ain't doing
right
that
before you went to jail. Right before you went to jail.
Hold on. Let me show you.
They're not going to kids' graduation anymore. Niggas are not doing that. Nesto, shut up.
I'm not no fucking clown out here doing anything, running around being something that they saying I am. I got caught up at the wrong time, the wrong place at the wrong time. Then I'm gonna go back to when the lady said, "Oh yeah, I arrested him." Well, who laptop that? It's his. But we asked you all them questions, okay? But you didn't say that because you didn't think I knew this part. You didn't say when.
Nesto needs some water. His mouth getting dry.
Every time you're in the back of a patrol car, you're gonna be recorded. You're gonna be recorded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I asked the plain as day. How did you know about me? Because I read your tag in the back of your Bentley, and the Bentley was sitting out in the yard in a gated community, in a gated lot around the house. And guess what? It looked suspicious. What the fuck?
So so I told you. Remember how I told you?
Hold on. I ain't finished. Now. I ain't finished. Because
Okay.
see, right now, I'm be honest with you.
Go ahead.
Be like, Kanye, we're going to let you finish.
Talk your talk.
I'm going to talk my talk. You know, I'm going to talk my talk because I got my facts together.
Because they was banking on your.
I'm going to let Nesto finish, but all this talk he talking, if all this is true, Nesto, why are you still locked up? Did you tell your attorney this?
Silence.
Hold on. I ain't finished now. I ain't finished. Because see, right now, I'm going to be honest with you.
Go ahead. Talk your talk.
Be honest.
I'm going to talk my talk. You know, I'm going to talk my talk because I got my facts together.
Because they was banking on your silence.
Hold on. Ain't no more silent, bro. I ain't got nothing else to lose. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. And all I got to do is tell the truth, and the truth going to set me free.
Okay.
I ain't got to sit up here and hoop and holler and try. Oh, yeah. No. Okay. Second of all, I asked my attorney way back in November of 2023. Please put in a dismissal or indict or dismiss. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, I want to be dealing with this case no more. Because they would have thrown it out. You know what they would throw that? Or they would have indicted me. And they would have
had to indict. And let's go to court.
Guess what? They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do that.
No, because they want you to plead to it. Because it's nothing.
No,
it's a lie.
I'm not playing to anything. I would die before I go to jail for something. I go to prison. I'm saying, but I go to prison for something I didn't motherfucking do.
Yeah, because you in jail and you still alive. So please correct it.
So I'm not doing that. Okay, let's get that out the way. I'm just letting you know. Okay, so you can get a clear understanding where my head at. I'm not finna say kill myself, stroke the fuck out. No, I'm not worrying about none of that because I got my facts together. Okay. I got my facts together. I was racially motherfucking profiled. It's clear as day. Then they said, you got a lease. Hold on, I ain't finished. And then you can go back and listen to all these phone calls. I didn't leak these phone calls. I didn't get nobody to do all this shit. Them folks did this shit on my ass. They did it to me. Let me give you another example. They waited until I got all the way to last June. Time for bond hearing. Go to bond hearing. That's when the majestic get up there. Oh, yeah, he this and that. He got a girlfriend. He finna flee. He going to Florida. He got this. I ain't got nothing. It's not.
Nesto, you have been a nuisance to Atlanta since 2009. Okay? They're tired of you, man.
That was March.
Go to bond hearing. That's when the majestic get up there. Oh, yeah, he this and that. He got a girlfriend. He finna flee. He going to Florida. He got this. I ain't got nothing. It's not one.
That was March. Yeah, the March hearing.
Hold on. No, that wasn't March hearing. That was last June.
No.
26.
It was March when he first said it. When the story first broke, it came from that hearing. And when Kevin Majewski said you was going to run to Dubai or you was going to run to Florida, that's when he first said it. He may have said it twice, but that was the first time he lied and said you was going to flee if you got bonded. Before the R charge, before the CP charge, he said that in court. He said that in court before that.
Okay. No, when I heard it registered to me is when I went at 5 o'clock in front of Judge Manning. On that Zoom call, that's when they leaked that's when they leaked that charge.
He said it again. He said it twice. Okay. They said it twice in court.
Hold on.
Be quiet. Sonya's gonna get Nesto all confusement.
Hold on. Let me me get it clear. I want to get it clear because I make sure I got to understand what I'm telling you, because I can't, whatever I'm talking to you about right now, I can't take that back. Okay?
Right.
I can't take that back. And I ain't trying to say nothing don't make no sense. Everything got to make sense. All right? Then they turn around and say, hold up. Let me make sure you get a clear understanding that I know what's going on with me. Okay? And what I'm talking about now, this can't be used against me later because all this has already happened in court. For bond hearings. I'm going about bond hearings.
Bond.
They're saying. Okay. Then they say, let me get it straight now. Every time I go to court for a bond hearing now, here's the other deal. His children don't want him to come home. They're afraid. What children?
Exactly.
Hold on. Then they say, one of his daughters, she's in, taking care of her mental health issue. They heard me say that on the phone. And they took whatever I said on the phone and used it against me.
Nesto, but why did you say it on the phone? Why are you talking about it?
In court. Every time.
Exactly. Okay. Everything you say can and will be used in court, even if it has nothing to do with the court. They're going to twist it.
They twist it. Let's get an understanding here, okay? Then say, he got 4, Your Honor. See, I can't talk like I want to talk when I'm in that court because that's what the lawyer's for. But I can say what I want to say in my visitation, okay?
Okay.
So let me get it straight. Then, he has 4 warrants, Your Honor. Okay, first of all, my people over here know all my identification got stolen out my car. I got proof of all that.
Lord.
I walked at Waffle House. My passport, my bank account statements, all my shit I had with me getting ready to travel. Okay, got broken into. I got records of all that in Buckhead at the Waffle House. Okay, I got all that. Okay, now we're gonna step on. Well, Mr. Williams, he's a threat to society, and the person don't want you to come out. She don't want you to come out because you might do something to her. Wait a minute, that makes no sense. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna tell you why it don't make no sense.
See, this is where he can compare himself to Diddy, because this is where they feel like that 19-year-old sent Nesto a text asking if he was okay or something like that. So they think that means she was never harmed by Nesto because she sent him a message asking if he was okay. So just like Cassie still had love for Diddy, still wanted to be with Diddy despite all the monstrous things he did to her. So Nesto, cut it, okay? Cut the crap.
I ain't never seen nobody who been abused and sodomized for going on, as they say, going on 2 years, ain't said nothing to nobody. That don't make sense to me.
Okay.
Let me get
Doesn't
it all
have
the way
to.
straight. What don't really make sense to me? Why, if your daddy invested $100,000 into you, and then you turn around and convince him, Daddy, and your daddy say, now you don't have to do nothing you don't want to. Are you okay? Ask you that 1,000 times. But what you do is, you forgot that you messaged me on my DM on Instagram. You thought I was gone. You thought I got ghosts. No, I was locked up. Me and my daddy, he back in town. We're ready to meet up. But you went down there and let that...
Yeah, ready to meet up to kick your ass. This Negro. I'm pull that word back out. This Negro here. He think he'd come up with... her daddy gave you $100,000 and you gave her somebody's used vehicle to drive, got her grandma arrested, and you think her and her daddy was trying to meet up with you to have coffee or tea and crumpets? And y'all know I'm kidding. I don't know. But Nesto thinks he knows that if you've been raped or whatever, that you still or would never or could never communicate with that person, check on that person, or tell nobody. And look at Sonya looking like he messed with her. Nesto, you are a sick. You and Shannon Sharp, Y'all are sick. 19. I'm not even gonna get into it.
Ram, you thought I was good.
And this is where I ask, did the 19-year-old ever find out that Nesto was locked up? Because if she was checking on him, thinking that he was gone, and she's mad because she doesn't know where he is, so she goes and files charges on him or says he did this, he did that. Nobody ever told her that he was locked up prior to her filing these quote-unquote bogus charges. When she found out he was locked up, why would the end result be to accuse him of assault and sodomy and all this other kind of stuff? That part I don't get. And then everybody he knows has to go. Everybody he knows that knows her, which is Lamont. Lamont's the only one. Or maybe Dion. Lamont and Dion, his cronies. You know, his what do you call it? Flunkies. Both saying, that girl crazy. And then Sonya, who don't know her from a can of paint. Well, anybody that can't find nobody to stay with, something wrong with them. Why do y'all have to trash her like that? Just to prove Nesto didn't do anything, and none of y'all know what happened.
Oh, you thought I got ghosts. No, I was locked up. You did? I mean, me and my daddy, he back in town. We're ready to meet up. But you went down there and let that police officer track you down through my phones. Let's go all the way back. Now, let's get back. Let's get real nasty with it. They put me on TV talking about, oh, we're going to have all these people going to come up and they're gonna say they're a victim. The same people they talking about is come through my phone relationship that I have with people in my phone. Okay, ain't nobody came no forward. They used that in court and lied again. Just keep lying the same way. All right. Then on top of that, I knew it was a lie. Another lie. Melanie, I ain't want to call her name out. They call her name out. You see what I'm saying? They making these accusations and saying these things about this woman, not me. Okay, I know the people I deal with, and I know their characteristics. I know what they got going on. I know their mind frame, and I know they ain't trying to hurt nobody.
No, you don't.
I know that for a fact.
No, you don't.
I remember when I was out on the street, Melanie called me and said, "Don't vote trying to get me to cooperate against you." I'm like, "Who are you talking about?" When I got lost, I said, "Well, you know what? This ain't my fault."
Yeah, your mouth done got dry because now you telling too much. You telling too much. So Nesto, you already knew what was going on, sir. You already knew what was going on. So just do your time.
She asked me to forgive her, and I said, yes, I do forgive you.
Nesto, Diddy, Sean Puffy call him P. Diddy Pop. Sir, that's because you manipulated her. You had some type of control over these women. And then you want to use their actions against them so you can be free. You can be out to do the same crap over and over again. You can be out. You can walk amongst the living again, the free people, to keep doing this over and over and over again to more and more women. You're going to sit up here and use women's actions who you've mind-effed, manipulated, and used tactics to control them against them so you can be free to do this mess again. Boy, bye.
Everybody make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I get that part. But what happened was when I got locked up, it took me a year and a half to figure out, wait a minute. If I committed a crime in Fulton County down here on the south side of it was South Fulton over here, I'm supposed to have a south side warrant. All these warrants that's coming is coming from Roswell. Wait a minute. The only crime is the idea was not committed in Roswell. That means you've been sitting here plotting ever since I've been in here, sticking charges on me. Okay. Every other month on some crap.
This fool.
Okay. Here's another thing. I don't know if you know it not. That's not my concern. But I just received a letter this morning saying that I'm getting divorced. I'm getting divorced next month. Okay. So I'm reading the letter. The letter say, we've been separated since March 2022. Hold up. If we've been separated March 22, how your name get on a lease out there in Roswell in a house out there? That makes no sense.
What house?
I know what I got going on in my life. You understand?
What house? You talking about the one that you claim? Wait a minute, 22. You talking about the one that you claim you don't know nothing about? You talking about PGR? Really? Is that what he talking about?
I know my ex-wife do not live in no bullshit.
She's not an ex.
She ain't gonna live in no bullshit.
At this point.
She'll stand out the front door before she go in, especially if it's raggedy.
And nobody's trying to live next door to somebody they know. Why would you move next door to Erica?
Hold. Let me get this straight.
She got to say something about Shirley, don't she? Got to say, girl, be quiet. Why do y'all... I'm getting mad. Let me just let him dig a hole.
She don't play that shit anyway. Okay? She's a super grown-ass woman. She not finna be standing next to no...
She not finna be driving no RV and pooping in a bag.
A woman and all that. Y'all doing business with her. She ain't finna do all that. That ain't making none of that makes no sense. It's on record. Here's a record. I told her not to go down there and talk to them folks. Guess what? Went right on behind her back and talked to them folks down there. You see?
About what?
I ain't making this stuff up.
About what? Why wouldn't she tell her to go down there and clear your name? Why wouldn't she tell Sheridan to go down there and clear your name? Instead of being fearful that Sheridan was going to go down there. Please let me know. You should have told her to tell Sheridan to take her butt down there and clear your name. If you innocent.
I'm not making this stuff up at all. I'm not. So what I'm saying to you is that they can say whatever they want to say. At the end of the day, when I get in that courtroom, that trial, they got to set me free on the real fact. You can't take back what you already said now.
Nope, because it's all documented.
It's all documented.
Did they bring you the transcripts from the last hearing?
No, I ain't got it yet, but I'm going to get it.
Okay. I sent them to her. I sent them to Hannah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get them, but I have a photographic memory because I listen a lot.
Oh.
I listen very well. Very well. So, second of all, when I got that computer, I bought them all for my patrol car. If you go on if it's still up, yeah, very well.
First of all, he has a photographic memory because he listens well. And all that right there was just first of all. Now there's a second of all.
When I got that computer, I bought them all for my patrol car. If you go on if it's still up, go on my site, my security website, Nesto's security.
That one's still up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How you know?
Only one that's down is the main one.
Okay, you will see.
Look at her. Look at her looking, y'all.
I think 6 patrol cars with my name on it. 6. The police get there and say, "Oh, that's a front." I ain't never had no front business. I have my business. I like what I like, and I ain't put my name on shit if I don't got them stand for it. I stand on everything I believe and got my name on it because I believe in myself and I believe in my product.
Look at her taking her glasses off like she about to say amen. Nesto, where was the money? Where was the money coming in from? What business brought in money?
Okay, so let me go all the way back. I gotta keep going now. I gotta keep going because I'm gonna keep talking.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep talking. No, you ain't hyping me up. Let's get that straight too. You ain't hyping me up. You ain't got no influence. You ain't got none of that. I could be dead tomorrow and the truth ain't never get out. Well, I know
right.
I know you did.
Right.
No. This shit done caused some super chaos in my life that I don't understand. But right now, I'm gonna make sure my name's straight. Because my name gonna still continue going on every business that I have. I'm not gonna have nobody walking around. Well, you know what? I have one eye open, one eye closed. But he might be them type of people. I ain't none of them type of people. I ain't never was them type of people. Ain't never will be with them type of people. So I'm like I said, let me get it all the way straight now. if I'm sitting up here rapping somebody, you think that this person here, anybody would come and would go to Shirley, Shirley, your husband doing this to me. Can you make him stop? Oh, I'm just so hurt.
Is he saying that she should have gone to Shirley, otherwise he didn't do it? Is that what this fool is saying? Is that what he's saying? That if she was doing that, if he was raping her, she would have gone to Shirley? Does Shirley know this girl?
Up here rapping somebody, you think that this person here, anybody would come and would go to Shirley, Shirley, your husband doing this to me. Can you make him stop? Oh, I'm just so hurt. Come on, man. Come on. Stop playing.
He's disgusting.
And then here's another thing. They forgot that I got video and recording of all our conversation with her father that broke it all the way down with her whole entire family. This is a gangster.
So that you can do whatever you want to her, and then you can go back and say, this is what we talked about. This is what the history of her family is. So she got to be lying and she got to be crazy. Nesto, I hope you never get out.
What I'm saying here, finna sit here and going against the daughter that niggas can put hits on you every day. Come on, man. Come on. Make this make sense to me.
Right.
Okay.
Out of everybody you deal with, you pick the one with the family that's the most.
Out of everybody you deal with. And out of everybody he deal with, why he dealing with anybody? Why is he dealing with anybody? Nesto, your argument is weak. Your argument is weak, dude. It's weak. It's weak and it's whack.
To do something too. They all scared of you.
Come on.
I was like, scared of who?
Man, come on. Make it make sense. I got all the recordings. I'm not worried at all. Trust me. I'm not. We can take it all the way to the bat ball end. I'm going to win. Okay? You tell a lie, you got to continue telling a lie.
Got to keep lying, right.
Okay. So, and I also know, when we went to the preliminary, if you got it, if anybody else got it, it would say, do you have any evidence that this man committed any crime? Get what it says on the transcript. No, we don't have any evidence because he sold this, he did it. Come on, man. Come on. You sit here and start plotting last October 2022 and you held back because the DA told you got to get something on this man because I done told the world that this man got 16 more warrants coming. You waited all the way until the day I made a year in here to put them horrific warrants.
So stop getting so close to the monitor, man. We can see you. Sonya can see you, man.
On me. And now you got me looking like a real clown on the street. So in your mind you think I'm a fool. I ain't folding. I ain't gonna fold. I'm standing with the truth. The truth gonna set me free. Here's another thing, because the phone finna cut off. Okay.
Nesto, you got like four minutes. Nesto standing with the truth in case y'all missed that part.
The social media will tear your face off if you don't sit here and watch yourself. Okay? What I'm saying by that is, if I sit here and worry about what somebody's saying about me and they don't have their facts together, they never lived in my household. They never lived the way I was living. They never had the businesses I done had. They didn't have the go-getter spirit that I had. If I would have took the time to listen to the people back then, I would have never made it. I would have never made it. Okay, give you an example. They tried to destroy you as well. Oh, he talking about you on the telephone.
Oh, Lord.
Here's a phone call. Guess what? Normal people talk every day. It just, my phone calls are being leaked out. Okay?
Well, then you lied and denied it. If normal people talk every day and people turn around and talk ish about everybody that's trying to support them, then okay. Nesto knows he shouldn't have said that stuff, and didn't he try to take it back or apologize in some way, shape, or form in his own little ignorant way? So don't try to act like now that normal people talk every day. Yeah, but normal people don't call someone who's been their quote unquote number one supporter, cuckoo crazy because they're insecure and trying to prove a point to their friend, their best friend, and their son. You know, it just really showed your character. You know, never mind that, you know, you did it to your number one supporter, but it thank God that your calls are being monitored, because it added more to your character, the type of person that you are.
I never made it. I would have never made it. Okay, give you an example. They try to destroy you as well. Oh, he talking about you on the telephone. Here's a phone call. Guess what? Normal people talk every day. It just, my phone calls are being leaked out. Okay? Mm-hmm. That caused enemy in my circle. They done depleted every asset that I had or have. But yet, you still sitting here.
Oh, because she's desperate.
Still sitting here. Hold on. You still sitting here.
Because she's just as cuckoo as you said she was.
You had some things you needed to say. You got it off your chest. Okay, guess what? This is me. Hold on. This is me. You can't let small things get in your way. You can't let small things get in your way. Because you let small things get in your way, you will not win at the end. I'm going to win at the end. So guess what? I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate everything. No, because you're suffering as well. Okay, you're suffering as well. And you suffering as well. You're suffering as well. My buddy Dre, they dog him.
No. Which one is it, Sonya? Are you suffering or no? Which one is it? She's just going along with whatever he say.
He trying to figure out what's going on. You suffering as well. You're suffering as well. My buddy Dre, they dog him out. He trying to figure out what's going on himself. Dogging him out every day. Okay, it is what it is. It dogging my son out. Okay, well he back and forth. Everybody gets confused. But here's the thing: the people know me. They know I'm gonna come out of this situation with a win if they really truly understand my character. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, your character.
Okay.
Oh God, character. Not the character.
So all this trying to call me a predator or a predator or whatever they call that shit, a pervert or whatever. Right. That shit is out the motherfucking door, home. It's out the door. I don't have time to do all that. And guess what? I ain't never sat around long enough to sit here and entertain shit like that.
Nesto, you are a freaking liar, dude. You're throwing your whole defense out of the window. Because who can stand on what you don't have time to do? Who knows that? Who does not have enough time in a day to bust a NUT? Who does not have enough time in a day to do that? How long does it take to take someone's goods? How long does it take to take someone's cookie? Are you freaking kidding me? Shut up and get off the phone, because you sound stupid. You sound real stupid. I mean, you didn't get enough out of your fat hot dog wiener looking lips. You got to keep going and make yourself sound you got to keep going and make yourself sound like a straight up retard. I don't have time to entertain. You got time? You ain't got nothing to do? What? You're driving around with girls for a living. That was your job. Driving around with girls. You wasn't running no businesses? Are you freaking kidding me? Your wife didn't even know where you were. She said you were gone all the time, you freaking idiot. I don't have time. And in closing, I don't have time to entertain. Shut up.
My character. So all this trying to call me a predator or a predator,
yes,
or whatever they call that shit, a pervert, whatever.
Yes.
That shit is out the motherfucking door, home. It's out the door. I don't have time to do all that. And guess what? I ain't never sat around long enough to sit here and entertain shit like that. I like big shit. And I'm gonna continue keeping doing big shit.
Grown shit.
So it is.
Grown shit.
Exactly.
Grown shit.
So It is what it is. I want to get it straight out. If I was such a villain, this was 2 years ago. Okay, I just thought about this 2 years ago. It's prom time. It's prom time again.
Weak. Your argument is weak. Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
It took me 3 hours it took me 3 hours to wash my own car because I was so proud to go to my grown granddaughter's. I'm getting hyper.
Graduation.
I said I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna slow it down.
Don't stroke out.
Nesto, we're not talking about Laverte's kids.
Don't stroke out.
No, I'm gonna slow it down. Cause here's the thing. I'm not finna sit here and let these folk do me. I see how they do these folk. They do them in. And they be just good for the rest of their life. And they had their head hanging down with some shit.
You been dead for 3 years. Now what you talking about? Freedom is coming. Freedom is on the way. God's willing. Yeah. You been dead for 3 years. You been raped and sodomized. No.
I ain't gonna say everybody's cookie queen. I ain't gonna say everybody goddamn innocent either. But I know me. I know my situation. I know me. So I ain't nobody to kill that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I love you very much. You have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks for taking your time. Yeah, absolutely. I sure will. We're gonna keep this thing here rolling. Cause guess what? I'm not finna sit here and and whatever I do, somebody else got to learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
So I love you very much.
Yeah, because you ain't learned from nobody's mistakes. You've been talking about all these celebrities since you've been locked up. I know you've been watching them. You've been watching them while you was out. You didn't see other people take a fall before. You didn't learn from their mistakes, so you had to sit your tail down. So don't worry about nobody learning from you. Don't worry about nobody learning from your mistake. Yeah, okay, you go ahead and justify why you still in jail. Go ahead and justify it now, because somebody got to learn from your pinhead mistakes. Numbskull.
And everything will come out.
Okay, guess what?
Shut up.
I'm not finna sit here and and whatever I do,
Yeah, you are.
somebody else got to learn from my mistakes.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep.
So I love you very much.
And everything will come out.
It's coming out already. Thank you.
Text messages and all.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You have a wonderful afternoon.
Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
what?
you for watching. Please like.
Thank you for what? She's such a freaking pick-me. He said that he think he done made the grandest speech ever to be given. He think he done sat up here and said something, y'all. He called his, if he didn't think he gonna get some more time, he would have dropped that phone receiver. He would have dropped the mic on that speech. Nesto, shut the F up, dude. You ain't said nothing. You sat up here and held up your Instagram page. What the hell is an Instagram page gonna do, fool? It was 2 years ago. Nesto. We're not talking about Laverte's kids. You know who got darn well they're talking about. And you know when they're talking about it. You know what? Boy. Nesto better be glad he not in Mayberry and them people they probably moved on to bigger fish to fry. If he's going to be getting out anytime soon, Nesto, you didn't win. You lost. You were locked up at the end of your 50s. You had to sit for 3 years. That is not a win. And you know why they trumped this up or they changed the date or they did. Because they are sick of you. They're sick of you getting locked up and getting right back out. They're sick of it. Ain't no way on God's green earth. If they did make a mistake here and a mistake there, you made mistakes. But I know one thing, all that evidence they got and all that witness testimony they got and that long witness list that they have is not supporting how innocent you are, sir. All these different arrests and all these different banks and all these different people that work at dealerships and auto shops and all these women that we ain't even talked about. We haven't even talked about. And people that I've talked to that told me what you did, personally talked to, and said there were more victims. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. There were more victims. You were scamming everybody, allegedly. And if what Nala said is true, from what I heard on Real Talk Bougie's members the other night, they contacted those two ladies that got on YouTube and told their story about how you were running your business out of that parlor. Nova and what's the other girl name? I done forgot her name, y'all. I know y'all put it in the comments. The police contacted them. The authorities contacted them, and they might be using them to testify. So you better. Now I know this happened April of 2024. I'm talking to Baba later now. You better cool your britches. You better calm your nerves and comb those wiry hairs. You focus on Diddy and stop getting your butt on your dang on live trying to checkmate the bloggers when it comes to Nesto. You got so much more going on than Nesto. Stop getting on your live talking about it. And then you keep pulling Sonya. If Nesto's free, like you said to me, when Nesto's free, y'all can have to find something else to talk about. It's plenty to talk about. Plenty. You find something else to talk about. If it ain't nothing and he finna go free, why are you talking about it? Why are you still pulling Sonya? And what are you gonna do when he goes free? Are you still gonna have Sonya on your live? That's part of your content too. Your views have gone up a little bit since you've been having Sonya on there. So let's not. But anyway, Nesto really think he got it off. He really think he got it off on this visit. And Sonya, your hair was cute. I don't know if it's yours or not. Doubt it. But your hair was cute here. You looked decent, even though you still kind of look like Lisa Simpson's auntie, or her older cousin. But still. And you sat there and wasted 2-3 minutes of this good time Nesto could have used to get his rocks off. I know he was boiling. Like, if this girl don't hurry and sit her down so I could get one off. Nesto, you've been locked up for 3 years. You didn't win. Goodbye.